guys, it is Aoife from Fred Weasley Died Laughing, and I am here with a book review for you guys today. So I am going to review a book called Small Admissions by Amy Poeppel. I received a free copy of this book on my Kindle from Simon and Schuster, and the book is being published by Atria Books, which is part of Simon and Schuster. And guys, this book was so good. This is about a girl called Kate who is in her mid-20s, and she's just been dumped like really badly by her boyfriend of I think it's a year or so, and she's basically in a massive funk. She has no job. She was supposed to move over to Paris, France to be with this guy. She's had to come back. She has no place to live, and she's just basically not doing anything, is in just a huge kind of, she's very depressed, and her sister is trying to pull her out of this and trying to get her to move on with her life again, and she manages to get her a job on the school admission board for this like really fancy kind of private school, and she ends up being really good at it. It's just kind of this quirky kind of contemporary book, adult contemporary book about this girl and her job and how she kind of pulls herself back up and kind of starts to figure herself out again, figures out where she wants to go now her life hasn't really gone in the exact way she planned when she was in college. And then we hear from different points of views from all her different friends, and then from like parents of the school, and stuff like that. So this was just a really fun, quirky book. I just found myself, it was one of those books that I was reading and I found myself like smiling all the time while reading it, and I just think it was one of those kind of books that would make a really good kind of chick flick like movie, but like with more quirky characters, like someone like Zooey Deschanel or someone like that playing Kate. And as well, I think it would probably make a really good TV sitcom as well if it wouldn't make a movie. But I just feel like this kind of with the kind of setting it was in, and then just all the different people around the main character Kate, I just felt like it was one of those things that would translate really well on screen. So I would love to see that in the future. I really enjoyed the writing. At first I was kind of a bit confused because the story starts off with this kind of inner monologue, but it's not actually from Kate, it's from one of her friends, and instead of chapters we have kind of like months for the school year, and before every month, at the start of every month, we get this kind of inner monologue from Chloe, one of Kate's friends. And at first I was a little bit like, oh, like why is this happening? Like I don't think that's really needed. But as it kind of goes on and we kind of get to know Chloe through these monologues, as well as what we're kind of finding out about her from Kate, I actually end up really liking these monologues, and Chloe's just one of those really nice people, and I was like, I really want Chloe to be my friend by the end of the book. But I did end up really enjoying her monologue, and by the end of it, it really worked for me, and I would presume it would probably work for a lot of readers as well. And at the same time, we're not getting the whole story through Kate's points of view as well as Chloe's monologues. We're kind of getting different areas of the story. We're hearing from Angela, her sister, now and again, her friend Vicky, who likes to be called Victoria now. She's like a grown-up person with a real job. We hear from some different parents of kids who are applying to go to the school. So we get like a really well-rounded view of Kate's world, and I really liked that. And at first I was a little bit confused because sometimes someone would start talking, and before there was a name mentioned I wouldn't be exactly sure who we were talking about and whose point of view we were getting. But as I kind of read the book more, and as I got like 20% in, even less than 20% in, every character has a really distinct voice, so you get really used to the characters, and you kind of start learning, like as soon as you start reading a different kind of section, you know who's talking and you know what kind of feel you're going to get with each chapter. Like Victoria is quite stuck up, and then Angela is just really fussy and she likes to take care of everyone and she's really controlling. Chloe is more relaxed and kind-hearted, and then you just have the different parents, which normally end up being really funny because you have Kate interviewing all these kids for this school, and some of them are really clever because it's like this real like hoi polloi like fancy school where like there's a lot of learning, there's not much play, there's no recess, it's all learning science and languages and history and stuff like that. But you get like some kids who are like really stupid, and the parents are like insisting that their child is really smart, and like Kate just has to kind of go along with it when she realizes the kid is never going to get in. And then you just have all these like, you know, the parents having a really hard time when their children are declined. And yeah, it's just funny. It's like there's just like this real comical streak through it as well, and it's told really well through the writing. It's just this really subtle, it's like not overpowering, it's just a really subtle humour in the book as well that I really enjoyed. There was a part at the end of the book where I actually felt like the whole like the whole feeling of the book had changed because I felt like something really, really bad was happening. But in true kind of style of the book, everything kind of switched around and it became like what I would expect would happen in this book. Obviously I can't say too much because I don't want it to be a spoiler. But I was really like, oh my god, like what is going to happen here? Like I'm feeling really like anxious and tense, and this is not how I felt at like the rest of the book. But then Kate just managed to turn everything around in a way Kate is able to do, and I just really loved how that whole situation turned out when it could have been an absolute disaster, and it ended up turning out quite well. And I just really, really liked that as well. So I just thought this book was just really, really charming and witty and fun, and one of those ones that just gave me a few much needed laughs. And when a book is making you smile, I mean, that's one of the things that, you know, stands up really well for it. But this book made me smile so much. I loved all the characters, even the ones that ended up being stuck up, even the ones that, you know, were doing kind of terrible things. They all kind of like, everything kind of got like sorted out in the end, and things like nothing really, really bad happened, and it was just one of those really nice, fun books to read, really quirky. All, like as I said, it was just really, really great. I really enjoyed it. I gave this a really, really strong 4 stars, and I would really recommend it for anyone who just wants a nice, quirky, charming read. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys again for my next video, which will probably be my wrap up at the end of the week. Bye!